This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
New this morning, schools in the Heartland have a zero tolerance for bullying, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Good Morning Heartland is on the go. Samantha Croy is live with a counselor with more on the issue.
Coming to you live, this is Good Morning Heartland on the go.
Thanks, Ella. I'm in Kirksville this morning to talk about a really serious issue of bullying. Now, with schools starting to open their doors in the next few weeks all across the Heartland, we want to address the issue as far as bullying goes. I'm here with a licensed counselor, Jane Maxwell. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. Thanks.
And so bullying is a really intense issue, and it goes for different areas. So what kind of defines bullying?
Well, when you look at it from an emotional aspect, bullying is actually a sense of trying to gain control and superiority. It's a response to stress. So a person is doing this to help themselves feel better. And it's the taunting, the teasing, the name calling, and it can go, from being rather mild to very serious. And it can be ongoing or it can be a one-time incident, but it's generally ongoing.
And it can be emotional as well as physical, and there really isn't a difference between which is worse. They're both very hurtful to the person who's being bullied.
Right, it's very hurtful because the person who's being bullied becomes the target, the victim, and then they can turn that inward and feel terrible about themselves. And many times the targeted person doesn't tell anybody. So yes, it's very damaging in many ways.
Now, who or why do people bully? I know you talked a little bit about superiority, but is there anything as far as family members go?
Yeah, there's so many reasons a person might bully. For one thing, they might have been bullied themselves, and they've learned this. And, I've read articles that say bullies aren't born, they're raised. So there could be problems at home, they're not receiving the nurturing, they're not having consistent discipline. Parents are bickering, or they've got a very chaotic home. They also might have an antisocial kind of personality going, but there's so many reasons. Generally, the bully has problems himself. It's not an excuse to bully, but there's generally something going on.
Well, thank you very much. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the effects that it has on the victim and a little bit about what people can do as far as guardians looking out. Sound good?
Great.
All right, Ella, we'll go ahead and send it back to you.
And new this morning, with the new school year right around the corner, Heartland schools are reminding you about their zero tolerance for bullying policy. And Good Morning Heartland is on the go. Samantha Croy is live with some signs to look out for.
Coming to you live, this is Good Morning Heartland on the go.
Thanks, Ella. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the serious issue of bullying, which can come in a number of different forms, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Now we're going to focus on a little bit of the effects. I'm here with Jane Maxwell, who's a licensed counselor in the area. And what are maybe some of the effects that you have seen or you've heard about dealing with bullying?
You mean the effects on the targeted kid?
Yes, the victim.
Okay. Well, the effects can run the gamut from being very mild, kind of avoiding things, maybe crying, feeling sad. It can also, escalate into more serious things with perhaps a kid doesn't want to go to school. They start withdrawing. They start acting a little differently and sort of hiding certain things. They can also have these anger outbursts, that kind of thing. The effects also, they can turn it inward and feel terrible about themselves and start believing these messages or that they deserve this kind of treatment. So it's very damaging.
Now, as far as the effects, they can actually run pretty severe, so that's something you definitely want to watch out for.
Right.
But now talking a little bit about what to do and how important is it to stress to kids that this isn't tattling, this is reporting something that shouldn't be going on.
Right. Right. Well, tattling is sort of a term that's, it's like, it implies that, it's not necessary. But it is necessary to report this. Talk to any adult, whether it's a teacher, someone at school that they trust, or a parent, and let that authority figure decide if it's worth pursuing or not. The child, the teenager doesn't need to worry about that, because it is very serious. Bullying is very serious and can lead to some pretty devastating kind of outcomes. Some kids can get very depressed, and then we've heard, unfortunately, that people take out their anger and rage in terrible ways, and or they can have suicidal thoughts and harm themselves. So it's very much worth reporting.
Well, thank you very much for joining me this morning. What we'll do is we'll post all the information on our website, heartlandconnection.com. We'll link up Jane's information as well if you have any questions, as well as a story tonight on things that you can do if you think someone is being bullied. But for now, Ella, we'll go ahead and send it back to you.